It ready for football as their St. Louis Rams. Up and here we go from New Orleans. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Demario Davis there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, 76.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The 13 yards that time and a first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, Goff. This is caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help.
And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will.
Spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty.
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Ready? You ready? Wait a sec.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Brees. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Brees. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, he just want to avoid 3 and outs. He want to be able to stay on the field.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Aaron Donald in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
1 day. Over. 5-8. 5-8.
They do go for it. It's Brees. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now, the Los Angeles Rams, they continue to be a great story this season. A solid team. That wonderful start, although they did lose Week 9, obviously, to New Orleans. So the 72 Dolphins sell him. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Rams add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The football going back over to the New Orleans Saints and a team this year, Charles, that really took off after that Week 1 loss. For me, it all came together Week 9. You think back to that game when they beat the Rams, knocked off their undefeated streak to start the regular season. So now, are the Saints really Super Bowl winning contenders? I mean, do you put them in that category?
I certainly do, and I think people were wondering how they would respond this season after what happened to end last season, the Minneapolis Miracle, where they ended up giving up the touchdown pass in the last play of the game in the playoffs. And when it started losing at home to Tampa Bay, many wondered if their psyche had really been affected, but they've regrouped since then. The defense is really playing well. And then there's always Drew Brees to Mike Thomas. And that has worked very well for them.
Well, since you mentioned Michael Thomas, and we talked about that win over the Rams, never forget going to get the flip phone, Mr. Michael Thomas, channeling his inner Joe Horn from back in the day. But he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They got 29 yards that time. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. First and 10 at the 19. To throw is Breeze. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Breeze again here on second and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Breeze now to throw. The open man is Smith. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Buying time to his, and he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith from 6 yards away. And the Saints are back within a score. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, Charles, the trade deadline obviously is now passed. So you look back at the number of guys that went different places. Which trade caught your eye the most?
Well, there are a few of them, and they all had one thing in common as far as I could tell. They're all made with the idea of that team winning big this year. Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix from Green Bay to Washington. Washington in first place at the time when they make the trade. They're thinking about winning their division.
It got his man complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
DC.
Out of the gun. Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Ready. We're ready. Ready. What's that?
Breeze now on first down. Smith catches left side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. Now Breeze on third down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Breeze going to throw. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long, and the pressure gets to him again. Michael Brockers in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Kill.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this is caught at the 8. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. Fourth and goal from the 2.
Ready. You ready? Under.
They run. It's Kamara. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Kamara on fourth and goal, unable to get in. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
And lift.
The final shot before break here. Goff. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down, Kamara. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. Here's Breeze. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, it's Breeze. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time.
But that's pretty much how they teach as a DB. Hit him and have some force with it. Yet he still caught the football and got the yardage he needed.
A little deflating?
Very much so.
Defensively?
Yeah, because you're trying to police up that area, and you don't want them to come in there, and you're hoping some good hard tackles will keep them out of there. In this case,
trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football. Take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So that one will be accepted. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
21.
Now a play fake. Breeze. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
one of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confident.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Aaron Donald in there yet again. My goodness, make it 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. And he's got it. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? On the keeper, it's Breeze. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Drew Brees. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Lutz now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. Now gone. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Rolling to his right. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, 44 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now running right through it. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking downfield for Dez. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Dez Bryant, 43 yards. And the Saints are back within a score. A diving catch for the score he laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff being chased out left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. The Rams going for it on 4th. Goff escaping, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Sheldon Rankins able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. On On first down, Breeze. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On first and 10, here's Breeze. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And, Charles, this is one of those inexcusable special teams penalties, an out-of-bounds kickoff.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Sometimes errors occur because of situations.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. Here's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got some space here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Gurley. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
76, go. 76, 76. 12, 12. Go. 14, 14.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Now it's gone. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 2nd and goal. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now gone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And they work this out past the 25. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Hey, you got your 1st down. Get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now he'll let it go deep, right? Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
5-8. 21.
To throw is Breeze. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Ndamukong Suh. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets...
And look at this. They're going to try an onside kick to begin overtime. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Try to get it to Woods. A costly...
They say when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, You've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime, then it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme.
I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look good. This, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the beam in the flex. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, the man. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the Jordan, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, my we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, my we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I got my. I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a. Yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happens when you give it a taste life, then you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life, and then the ape in. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Breeze now on first down. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A huge play there right off the bat. 61 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And the kickoff sails out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty.
You can see the looks on the faces of the rest of the team. You have one job to do. Just kick the ball and play.
Well, that's exactly right, Charles. The kicker, this is just inexcusable.
Absolutely inexcusable. Everyone out there slugging it out for the entire game. Execute your job.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Mariota. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They go play action. Mariota under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
Third and long here for Mariota. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Fielded just inside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate as they...
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Second down, Mariota. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and this is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he's got it up and through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it Comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Escape, and he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Jurrell Casey in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Marrett. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 20. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Tyler Davison in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis on board. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, Mariota. Uncorks one for Davis. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Ken Crowley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now Lewis. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Brushing off defenders. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking long for Thomas. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. With it is Jackson. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play fake. Mariota. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. but it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. Unable to corral him. He fights through. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
They were forced to punt last time. I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Completes this one to Meredith. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Looking to throw. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutt's good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on...
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just...
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's...
This is intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. This is something you may have to deal with when you give the keys to the offense to a rookie quarterback. Now 2 first-half interception.
And you do expect it, but I think this deep into the season, you're expecting that to improve and not see it quite so often, or definitely not in this case. So when he goes to the sidelines and the head coach puts his arm around him, he might not be talking to him in nice tones.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now this time he'll look to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the half here, Mariota. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at halftime.
Totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jesse James, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Mariota now on second down. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They go play action here on first down. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away.
And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being...
And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. On third down, Mariota. And he locates Walker, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A Titan first down, Mariota to Walker.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, I mean...
Hit comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore. So
now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play. Mariota to Davis. 55 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. 1st down, Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down. From the red zone now, Mariota. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mariota again. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. In for the score. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And the nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Gone!
Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitch, complete. It's James. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete on the trickeration. Maybe time to put that play on the back burner for a while. That was nearly a disaster.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On play action, Mariota. Caught right side, Davis. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now Mariota. Walker with a grab, left side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Play fake. Mariota. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Mariota on 1st down. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
A very solid gain of 27. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of a Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Again, it's Mariota. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. And now Mariota and the Titan offense, they're going to line up to go for 2. They'll throw again. Mariota. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up men will take it down. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's Breeze to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers.
And he can't get away. Mariota goes down, and that is going to be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game, even with the 2 points there. But let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Time for a break. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Play action now, Mariota. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. So a big 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming for the Titans. He'll look to throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. 20! He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Now another timeout here called by the Titans, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And Lutz puts this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Titans now. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Can you hear me?